Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. This is Dr. Hadiyah Nicole Green, and she has become the first person to successfully cure cancer in mice using laser-activated nanoparticles, according to Black Culture News. Unlike traditional cancer treatments, her revolutionary and unique nanoparticle technology, which was found to successfully cure cancer after testing on mice within 15 days. So that's saying that this technology that she has come up with cures cancer, at least on those laboratory mice, within 15 days. It does not require chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery. She received a $1.1 million grant from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to expand her nanoparticle cancer treatment research. Now, you would think that you would be hearing this all over and that she would be getting all of the funding that she needs. But according to her, she hasn't heard that much from the Cancer Society, or the government for that matter, which I find very interesting, don't you? Her interest in cancer treatment stems from witnessing the death of her aunt, Ora Lee, who suffered from cancer, and her uncle, General Lee Smith, who was diagnosed with cancer and experienced the negative side effects of chemotherapy treatment. Green is, not surprisingly, highly educated. In her pursuit to fight cancer, she obtained her bachelor's degree in physics and optics from Alabama A&M University and later earned her Master of Science in Physics from the University of Alabama at Birmingham, both of which she received full scholarships for. After earning her degrees, she transitioned to the Comprehensive Cancer Center for 5 years and the Department of Pathology for 1 year, according to Afrotech.com. Now, that's very important. She went to Alabama A&M University for her undergraduate degree, which is an HBCU in Huntsville, Alabama, which is my husband's alma mater. Then she went to the University of Alabama at Birmingham, which is a state school, a very good medical research school, but not Harvard or Yale. And when I said that, black students don't need to go to Harvard and Yale to do what they need to do, because those schools don't make you smart. You have to be smart when you get there. This woman is productively smart. She went to undergrad at an HBCU and she went to grad school at a state school. Very good colleges, but making a big deal over Harvard is just sickening to me. Anyway, back to the subject. For the last 5 years, she has fought to fund her cancer treatment technology. She did receive the $1.1 million grant from the Department of Veterans Affairs, but that research is now on hold due to a lack of funding. She needs to launch human clinical trials, and to do that, she said that would cost $90 million. Now, well, that's not a lot of money considering she's talking about a cure for cancer. Okay, so this is where race enters the picture. Some of those heading up Black-led health nonprofits and organizations told ABC News of the constant battle for them as smaller minority-focused healthcare nonprofits to get government funding and attention from potential corporate sponsors who typically focus on very large nonprofits like the Susan B. Komen Hospital and also the American Cancer Society. That's who they like to give money to. But those people haven't come up with a cure for cancer yet. This article goes on to talk a lot about when nonprofits and smaller groups, especially Black-led healthcare research teams, apply for money they have a hard time getting funded. Now, they can get funding for stupid stuff. Black people can get funding to put out the filthiest rap record you ever heard of. They can get funding for that. Anything negative or anything that's going to be destructive to our community, there's always money for that. But when it's something positive, when it's something that will help the general welfare of black people, all of a sudden there's no money. But this is where the rubber meets the road. We keep hearing that we are a $1.6 trillion economy in the United States. She says she needs $90 million. Now, black people could do that with really even going to white people. Black people could generate that much money without going to white people. My sorority, we are about 300,000 strong, active. We can easily raise $1 million in a day. And it's not even a strain on anybody. The assessment is about $35 a piece, and some give more than others. In one day's time, we can raise over $1 million. And that's just one organization. So I just think it'd be a shame if black people didn't fund this for her if all she needs is $90 million. I believe we could do that. And look at all these so-called millionaires and billionaires. They could divvy up, and with the rest of us pulling up the rear, it shouldn't be that hard. So she has founded her own research foundation called the Orally Smith Cancer Research Foundation, and she is now raising money so she can begin those clinical trials. Because apparently how it works is that you come up with a medication that you think will cure something or improve somebody's health. You test it with laboratory animals, and then you have to do clinical trials, tests where you test it on people that have that disease. Her research, she says right now the technology is sitting on the shelf collecting dust while she's out raising money and writing grants. It's tragic because cancer charities raise over $1 billion a year in the name of the hope of a cure and cancer awareness. Awareness and early detection that saves lives. That's important. But with $1 billion a year being donated to cancer charities, and my nonprofit has struggled to raise $10 million to do clinical trials for technology that's already been proven and peer-reviewed, you know that there are some missing links here. No, they don't want to give her the money to be successful because they don't want it to be said that this black woman that went to an HBCU and a state college cured cancer by herself. They don't want that to be said, so they're not going to help her get the funding. And when it does come out, some kind of way, somebody else is going to figure out a way to attach their name to it. But she remains optimistic. She says, "My advice for black women in science, when it's harder than it should be, don't give up. We have a unique obligation to do the kinds of science that will benefit our community. And if we don't fight for it, no one else will. If we're not creating affordable health care for ourselves, no one else will. If we're not taking ourselves into consideration when we design treatments for medical issues, no one else is doing it." So this is Dr. Hadiyah Nicole Green, and she has found a cure for cancer in laboratory animals using what she calls nanoparticles. I looked up nanoparticles, and I really did not have a clean grasp of what that word means, but it's a branch of science where they use small particles of atoms and fibers and something else. That's the best I can do, but she knows what she's doing. And now she needs money to fund the clinical trials to do this test on humans to see how well this works on humans. So we have to keep our eyes out, and if she does a GoFundMe or anything like that, which she should be doing, we can all contribute to it. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. thank the person. There's someone who asked me about her name, so I decided I've been thinking about doing a video on this anyway. So I decided to just go ahead and do the video. So this is Dr. Hadiyah Nicole Green, and she has found the cure for cancer, but she needs to take it to the human level. Okay, y'all. Have a great day.